Hello, creeps. It's me, obviously. Welcome to Scary Science, episode 74, Headspace. I'm sending this out into the universe in this, the year of our Lord, COVID. In case you're curious, yes, I am in actual hell, trapped in this rat hole with the biggest, filthiest rats, my brothers. This is why people murdered their families in those dusty old Victorian novels, because families are the worst and probably deserved poisoned tea cakes or getting suffocated by doilies or whatever they did back then between fainting and rubbing arsenic all over their face. The Victorians were dark. Someday we'll talk about trepanning. So very dark, my darklings. But now, I kind of get it. Anyway, in case you're like, why are your thoughts turned to murder, Angel? This is why. This morning, I was up early reading the Times and the American Journal of Medicine, and some other scientific journals, also Femme and Splatter, because science and horror and fashion and feminism are my jam. I'm multifaceted and complicated. Don't judge, or do, whatever. I obviously don't have accounts, so I'm like so poor, but paywalls are just suggestions, right? Right. Information should be free. As you know, I'm a big super fan of Tsai Ing-wen, president of Taiwan, first female head of state, all for gay marriage, universal health care, free Wi-Fi, totally into her cats, and she's killing it on the COVID shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for Jacinda Ardern of New Zealand. She's got big environmental chops, and y'all know that makes me woozy with the crush vibes, but Tsai Ing-wen is my girl. Contact tracing. Yes. I'm gonna grow my hair into a bob, get clear frame glasses, and be her. So, this morning, I read a study in the Journal of Applied Psychology about how women-led nations have managed to control the virus more efficiently. Which was like, right? About time you all said it, though. States with women governors have had less COVID-19 related deaths than those with male governors. The numbers were there because of all kinds of factors, like women knowing how to navigate crises and build coalitions, which is true. I mean, for example, I'm a girl in an American patriarchal crap high school. My whole life is navigating crises. And I built a coalition between me and the kids in 6C to avoid the lady in 12B who drinks too much peach schnapps and wants to cry on you. We have a whole system of code words and hand signals. So yeah, women are super at these things because survival. Anyways, it was a big morning because then I read another study about how even so, women are screwed in leadership, which is no surprise at all. You all remember I ran for class president last year. I founded our high school's debate team and our dissection club and the Friends of Chemistry Student Union, and I still lost to Edwin Mercado. Yup. Because he promised everybody his brother would DJ our prom. I mean, fine. His brother is kind of famous, and he has this long, curly mustache that he waxes and oils and maybe glues into place. But what about the issues? Someone almost died from the nachos last year, and we rank 45th out of 46. In academics in our state. People literally can't read, getting passed on up and out. I campaigned on food safety and rigorous academic standards, and I still lost by 99%. I think the 1% was me. It was pretty sad. But I told myself, I said, Angel, one day, you'll run a real campaign, and you'll be mayor, then governor, then Speaker of the House. I mean, maybe. I used to be sure. But it's getting harder to think it'll happen now. You know, because it's the end of the world. Probably. Anyways, I was up this morning, and my brother Elias rolls into the room, mostly asleep, smelling like wet socks, and crying about breakfast. He has a real boogery, crying face, wet and slimy, and he makes this weird hiccuping sound like a walrus. It's disgusting. And he knows I have to make him whatever because mom's at work and I'm Mom Junior now, which is officially the suck. I didn't birth this kid. I don't want this kid. It's stupid and unfair. I mean, I'm easily the smartest in the family. I've never dipped below a 4.0, but yeah, sure, make me babysit this gorilla. He's 7. He should be able to babysit himself. When I was 7, I had the periodic table memorized and I could pick a lock. Either way, it's a crime because I have another brother who's older than me. And why can't he babysit the beast? Because he's a boy. That's why. I hate him. My mom's so weird about that. She says, we don't hate in this family. But what if I do hate him? Then what? Just keep it locked up inside myself? That's how people get cancer. Fact. Anyways, he doesn't have to know how to cook a pot roast or wash underwear. He can just hide in his room all day and pretend to be online in class when I know he's playing Call of Duty. And how do I know? Because I put his Zoom on a loop to look like he's in class nodding and taking notes. And I even have him meaningly clearing his throat every 45 minutes. Call me complicit, but he did pay me $50 and I'm saving up. Someday when the plague's over, I'm moving out. Way out, far away. Maybe New Zealand. Did you know they allow high school students to experiment with uranium? And they were the first place to allow women to vote, and they have kiwis and volcanoes. I'm going to at least visit Taiwan, try and meet President Tsai Ing-wen. Maybe wave to her from the Festival of Hungry Ghosts, and then we could chat about international trade law and drink bubble tea. Anyway, my older brother Tristan doesn't have to do anything around here, and I have to make sure the baby gets a bottle and gets changed, and the 7-year-old checks in for school. Pretty much everything. And what about me? No one cares if I go to school. I'm just a servant. I told her, Mom, I'm an advanced trig. Yeah, I could get a scholarship. I could be the first one to go to college. And she said, yeah, but don't you want babies, Angel? I don't know. Not if they're as spitty as my stupid brothers. I mean, it's just us. My dad's been gone since my brother was born, and if you knew my brother, you'd understand. He's almost 100% stink. The rest of him is fart noises. Anyways, who knows where our dad is, and my mom pays for us all just working at the Grab and Sack. Even before the plague, it was shit. And now we have to be locked up all the time, like prisoners or zoo animals or aquarium fish or those medieval people who were buried alive. And I have to watch all the babies because nobody can take them. The daycare is closed and the after school stuff, well, there's no school, so there's no after either, you know? Even when my mom is home, she's too tired. Lots of nights she's asleep on the sofa before I can even tell her all the crap the 7-year-old busted. I get it. Grab and Sack's a real hole. Half the customers don't wear masks. A lady stuck her thumb in the bag boy's eye just for asking her to pull her mask up over her nose. He has to wear an eye patch. Maybe get a new eyeball now. Either way, my mom, she goes through it. Sometimes she comes home and just locks herself in the bedroom. I feel bad. But also, it makes me mad. You know, I don't get to lock myself in my room. What if this plague never ends? What if I never catch up with the rich kids that get to have teachers that live with them? Like Edwin Mercado? His parents are legit paying our chemistry teacher to quarantine with him. He's going to know everything next year. I mean, I turn on the classes, but it's impossible. Staring at a screen all day affects the synapses. I'm getting stupider. I can feel it. And this is the first time ever I missed homework on account that the 7-year-old was crying. I don't know why. Kids just cry, don't they? It's like they know how crappy the world is already. So I missed most of advanced bio, and now I'll never understand symbiosis. Not really. And anyways, the fetal pig dissection is virtual now, which is super disappointing. Virtual is not the same. Not for fetal pigs. Not for anything. I'm self-supporting. I've got like 1,000 online things that I'm into. Dinosaurs, beheadings, yellow fever. But I miss actual things. My best friends don't text back. It's like I'm on red for days. I mean, maybe we're not even best friends anymore. It's like I'm on a spaceship circling around all the fun things we used to do, and I can't touch any of it. If this is ever over, we'll all be different. I mean, I've had like 5 different hairstyles, and I can bake Irish soda bread, but I never wanted any of that. Some kids, they've snuck out, to parties. Which is disgusting. I mean, you really need to drink warm beer next to someone doused in Axe body spray so bad that you'd kill your whole family? Gross. But just because I wouldn't be a plague rat doesn't mean I don't miss everything. The other day, I started crying thinking about first period gym class. I had like a hallucination of the smell of gym mats, that musty, sweaty smell of generations of kids suffering. And I lost my shit. I hate gym class. But it was normal. Just normal. Awful. Not like awful now. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm going to get on with the podcast now. Episode 74. Can you transplant a human head? Should you?